in the final championship pair. Then we'll condense you down and get the grand finals underway.
We are live, apparently. Gary,
Hello.
we are live.
We're here.
We're getting yelled at. We're live, we're live, we're live.
Tavio is brutal on this stuff. I tell you what, he's crazy.
I know my cord's stuck here.
Cord is stuck.
Clearly, we're
live.
We're ready
totally
for this.
prepared.
Totally
prepared.
Totally organized.
Hey, Storm Nation. We are in Las Vegas again at the beautiful Orleans. They just did a beautiful remodel. It's fantastic. We'll turn the camera around when the bowling action starts. I'm joined by two mega stars. Obviously, on camera, you see Mr. Jason Belmonte. And off camera right now, Timmy, come in here. Timmy, man, baby. Yeah. He'll be getting on camera. We'll be getting Timmy on camera. Jay, what are you doing in Vegas?
Yeah, I've got a few things happening, or I've done a few things while I've been here. So my first part of my trip was a bachelor party. My cousin fell in love with a Mexican girl, and he's getting married in Mexico, and he's getting married next week. So he decided to have his bachelor party here in Vegas. I was in the country, so I decided to join him and his mates. And then they're actually kicking on to Cuba, I think, and Colombia to continue their bachelor party. And I said, I don't think I'm ready to keep up with you guys across half the globe, half the southern continent. So I said, you know what, I might stick around and bowl nationals. Yeah. And I decided to bowl USBCs. I didn't have a team, but I put my name on the sub board. And
someone picked you?
That lasted a long time.
Yeah. I can't believe somebody picked Belmo for their team at the USBCs.
So it was between me and another guy, the team that got me. They were Amin and Arin. They didn't know who they were going to choose. And then in the end, they flipped a coin and fell on me. So signed up. And that was an awesome experience, Gary, let me tell you. And Timmy, you know, I don't know, you've seen the badge that I wore. It's
unbelievable.
A first time.
Picture of it.
First time badge. So I'm really proud of that. All the years that I could have potentially have bowled, and to somehow just the scheduling never really match up for me, but this time it did. So and that was an awesome experience.
Did you know one of the guys on the team, you know Rich, right? Richard?
Yep. Yeah, I know Rich.
Yeah.
And so, well, I know him now.
You know him now. You bowled with him.
Bowled with him for 2 days.
And do you know why they had an opening in their roster?
I do, yeah. It's a little sad story, unfortunately. I believe his aunt passed away.
Yep.
And his old man, his dad, decided to stay home.
Yep.
And organize all the formalities for the funeral and whatnot. So,
and by you doing what you did, brought some joy in a very difficult time to that family. So it was very cool, unbelievable.
It was actually, I wasn't really expecting that story when Rich told me. I thought it was just, one of our guys got lost in Vegas and, we can't find him. So when he told me that, there was obviously a little bit more of an emotional attachment to the vacancy. It was a really, really nice thing to be able to help the team and to be a part of that.
And you don't know this one. I saw Rich just before this Storm Challenge started tonight. And he stopped me because he's part of our Storm team. He's a member of our staff. And he came to me and said, I'm so proud to be a member of the Storm family. Jason was amazing with every person that he came in contact with at the USBC tournament. So you have this amazing ability, just like Timmy Mack, to connect with people. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's really nice to hear. I have to, buy Rich a beer when I see him.
I tell you what, I was down there,
really
Gary.
Nice.
I went over and watched Belmo because, he was my mate.
And
I wanted to see what was going to happen over there. And the buzz in the building was incredible. And listen, I've obviously been behind Jason in a couple of really fun moments these last couple of years, and some really record-breaking moments, and some of the moments that will stand the test of time, including I don't think anyone will ever win 4 Masters, except Belmo's probably going to win 5. So
it's pretty cool that you have 4 Masters championships and you get a first-timer pin.
That's why I took a picture. I took a picture of it and put it on my Facebook, and I said, here we are with the first-time participant, Jason Belmonte, in the USBCs. But anyway, getting back to after they made the announcements, and there was just, I've been at other athletic events. The buzz in the building was just, it was great. And, obviously, I'm a fan of Jason, but I'm obviously a very good friend. I mean, I've known Jason more than half his life, so I'm one of the lucky ones. So to watch, to kind of watch it all happen in front of me, it was really funny. And I bowled the USBCs a couple weeks ago, and I didn't see any buzz. I mean, it was just incredible. I mean, the greatest bowler in the world comes in and just
puts his name on the
subboard and says, "Anybody need a bowler?" 225 average. I think. It was so classic Jason. One of the most humble guys I've ever met in my life. For anybody that's achieved what he's achieved in any sport, it was fun to watch, and then you got to think, because you and I were talking about this, the pressure, the expectations.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, listen, Belmo's expectations of himself are far superior than whatever anyone in the back could ever think. Because when he walks up the escalator or walks to the building, he's there to win. He expects to win. And I would anticipate that this is no different this time. He's going to expect to go out there and he's going to bowl 250, 250, 250 on a really demanding lane condition. And
it didn't start out so.
Well, here we are. Through 7 frames, he was the only guy on the team that didn't have a strike. I mean, that would have been one heck of a bet in Vegas. He just had a bunch of 9 spares.
Can you imagine the odds on that?
Yeah, and it was just really fun to watch. Him figure the lanes out like he does, bowl a really solid second game, and then the buzz that I talked to Chip Akai from
so did
USBCs.
Chip stopped me too.
The USBC people couldn't have been more proud and more happy to have Jason, who's a great ambassador for bowling, and also a great member of the PBA, and also being the USBC champion that he is with 4 Masters. Their employees had gone out to a baseball game that night, and they hooked up to the live scoring to see what Belmo was doing at the baseball game, because they were so enamored that the greatest bowler in the planet is bowling the USBCs off the subboard. So it was just it was one of those nights that you'll remember for a long time, and that it was really special. And then obviously Belmo went up and backed it up today with a great performance with 718 and 710. I think he had for a really, really, really good score. So I mean, I get proud. As obviously a member of the Storm family, but I'm more proud of him as my friend to watch his growth, not only as a bowler but as a person in the industry. It's really, really cool, really, really cool to see, and really cool to be a part of. Now, I'm a small part of it, and it's just fun to watch. It's really fun.
No, thanks, Timmy. That's really nice words to hear. Thank you.
So you're out just making a difference, Jason. I guess that's what we're trying to tell you, is that when you have the USBC officials, you have other players that are surrounded by you, they all have said the same thing, like how just cool and down to earth and what a nice person you are, which makes our company super proud to have you as our representative Storm, of course. So kudos to you.
Thank you. No,
great job.
I will continue to do what I do. No worries.
Now, what else do you have planned for your Vegas day?
I am leaving in 5 hours. So, although you can do a lot in Vegas in 5 hours, but in the immediate future, I'm going to watch people get 9 or strike.
Yeah.
And then after that, get something to eat. Then go to the airport. I'm flying to Dayton, Ohio to bowl in the Proprietors Cup. And then after that event is done, that's when I fly down to Mexico for the wedding. So once that wedding is done, I get to go back home to Oz and see my little kids. But my wife is joining me in Mexico, so I'm
great.
super excited to have an adult trip away with her. It's been a long time since we've had a chance to have fun and do the touristy
just the
things
two of you guys,
just
right.
without the kids. So it's going to be great.
And you just had a ball punched up here in K&K Pro Shop. All our fans know here at the Orleans is K&K Pro Shop. Our buddy Joel, I think, just hooked you up with a Phase 2. How come that was the ball that you selected to get drilled to go bowl the Proprietors Cup?
Yeah, so after I left Oklahoma from the Oklahoma Open, I could only take a couple of balls with me on the plane. I had 2 bags. And when I was looking down at all of my gear, everything in my bag that I had already had spaces filled, I didn't want to take out. So when I got to here, I was thinking, I think I need a Phase 2 for when I go to the Proprietors Cup. I've heard they're a little softer on the pattern. And the phase 2 for me, anyway, it's because of that really, really great solid cover. It allows me to be a little bit more aggressive with my speed and throw it to the dry and hit it a little harder. So I thought, you know what? I need to put a phase 2 in my bag. I'll argue with the air check-in people about the extra weight.
It's like the old school, Belmo. It's the old school. When we used to travel, when we only had to travel with 6 balls, we had to make them work no matter where we went. That's back in the day when we used to travel all over the world together. It was good fun.
Yeah, I've got a feeling the 7th ball will be in my backpack. Better let them know through security. It's nothing dangerous.
Well, if the chat's up, guys, and if we can get anybody in the chat who's got any questions for Belmo while he's in the booth, or the great Gary Holsenberg, our fearless leader and business development extraordinaire at Storm, and very instrumental in the TAT here, Gary. It's really cool to see all the great things that you've brought to this event with being the lead here for Jamie McWilliams and his staff.
Who, by the way, do an amazing
job, and are trying to grow the sport by having some satellite qualifiers and some satellite tournaments on the side, which are really cool.
Right here. You want to tell the people about them?
Yeah, I mean we've got a tournament coming up in November, and the 10th to the 12th, the TAT Northeast Amateur Championships. It's going to be a first prize guaranteed of $5,000.
Now we think it's going to be bigger than that,
and it's going to be in
Pennsylvania,
Washington, Pennsylvania.
It's a suburb of Pittsburgh.
Yes, the Meadows. I know where that is. That's south of. Just south of Pittsburgh.
We think this is going to be a $10,000 tournament because the support you get, as you know, in that part of the country is amazing.
The Northeast like the bowl.
Oh, they love the bowl.
They love the bowl.
And so, look, it's in November. It's cold out. So you can watch the Steelers while you're playing the TAT.
Yes, you can watch the Steelers and then come on down and bowl a squad right after.
Absolutely. So
bowl the finals after they win on Sunday.
November 10th through the 12th.
Get on out to the Northeast Amateur Championships, and then we've got the Midwest Amateur Championships.
That's right.
Which is April 20th to the 22nd in 2018, and that's in a great place called Dubuque, Iowa. A lot of great places. At Belmo, if you got us live streamed right now, he's got the entry blanks right in front of us, and we expect both of those to get well received from around the country and around the different parts of our country to come out and bowl the TAT and be a part of this great tournament organization that Jamie McWilliams and his staff puts together. So we're very proud at Storm to be part of the growth of this tournament club and bowling in general. And I always enjoy coming out here and meeting the new people and the things that you do with the TAT. The TAT online groups. You have your own Facebook groups. They're really informative.
We have fun.
Yeah, it's just fun to get a group of people together on the same page that love bowling, and are trying to learn about bowling and just be part of something special. And I think that's what this is.
Yep. Hey, Timmy, they are getting ready. Tavio, they're going to get ready to start practice for this next round. So this bowling center was completely filled just a bit ago, and now we're down to everyone that won their own pair.
Yeah.
They got 9 or better, more than anyone else on their pair, is now into this round.
We've got a couple questions, Gary, for Belmo on the chat, and Belmo, I'm going to throw them out to you. DJS8686, it sounds like a rapper. He wants to know, what balls did you use at the Open Championships?
DJ8686, thank you for your question. I used an Alpha Crux, Pitch Black, and Timeless. So in the team event, I started with the Pitch Black, changed to an Alpha Crux. Then I started today in the doubles and singles with an Alpha Crux, and then with a couple of games ago, switched to the Timeless to really open the lanes up. So those were the they were the only 3 bowling balls that I used for the 9 games. And the Pitch Black I only used for 7 or 8 frames. So it was really an Alpha Crux and a Timeless for the majority of the event.
There you have it. And then another gentleman wants to know, do you ever throw the snap lock in tournaments at all?
The snap lock and I don't really get along very well with each other. I've really given it a chance. And every time I throw it, I always feel like there's something else in my bag that just suits my role, that suits what I'm bowling a little bit differently. So the guys that typically like to use it more, I think have just a slightly lower rev rate.
Right.
and that big engine inside the snap lock, to me, it just gets into a
it's hard to control for you because you're high rev rate. I couldn't agree with you more. This is a great question, and I think this is something that maybe you can tell the fans about if it's in the works or not. Ed Ulrich, hey Belmo, will we ever see the timeless solid?
What was his name? Ed
Ulrich, Ulrich, U-H Rick. That's what we're going to call him.
I'm just going to call you Ed.
Ed Ulrich.
Ed, timeless solid. There is no plans for a second timeless ball. Timeless is a really important piece to Storm and to myself. So we have timeless, and I hope that the guys out there like to see that shape that we've created with timeless, which is a ball that gives you a really, really great amount of length, really continuing action down the lane with that dual drive weight block. That's not to say that we won't use the technology in other things, but as for timeless, I think we're very proud and very set to have just a timeless out there.
Great.
Shout out to Carla Allsgood who's watching.
Carla,
man,
we miss you. We love you.
She's recovered, from that.
She's had a lot of stuff going on. Yeah.
She had that devastating knee injury, and as you know about those knee injuries, it takes a bit to rehab.
Certainly does.
She's rebounded into bowling again, so very good.
So as we get started here in practice, a couple more questions for Belmo, and they just want to know, with the new Code Red out, what are your thoughts on the Code Red, and have you used it in competition yet? And how successful has it been for you?
Yeah, I used I was a huge fan of the Code Black. So when I heard there was going to be a Code Red, actually, if I'm truthful about this, I was fortunate enough to throw both Code Blacks and Code Reds a few years ago in Asia.
That's right.
So I knew what to expect to a degree, but I couldn't remember what the Code Red did. So when I threw it there in Oklahoma, the biggest change that I saw between the Code Red and the Code Black was the Code Black gave me a little bit more length down the lane. The Code Red starts up a lot sooner for me.
Yeah.
So if you use the cover and you kind of hit it with like a 1,000 or 2,000 Abralon pad, you can really get that ball to start up early and really control the back end part of the lane. But I saw a lot of guys using it in Oklahoma. I think a lot of guys thought it was pretty good.
I couldn't agree with more with your assessment.
The ladies tour is having good success with that product as well.
Yeah, the Code Red is a very universally used bowling ball right now. And the way I equate great bowling balls is that how many different styles can use their balls. Can the hook ball bowler use it? Can the power player use it? Can the tweener use it?
The straighty
use it? And that's and the last two balls we mentioned, which are the Timeless and the Code Red. I see all styles of bowling being able to use those balls in a number of different shot shapes. So if you don't have them, get out there and get to your nearest pro shop, get your Timeless and get your Code Red. They're definitely hot sellers and very popular balls out on the market. Here's another great question, Belmo, for you. And where'd it go? They're coming in so fast, it's hard to see.
While you're looking that up, Timmy, remind the viewers that this is the next round in the Storm Challenge, and they're practicing right now for competition. So we'll be turning the camera off of us and onto the lane so you can watch some action while we call the action.
Yeah, I'm going to guess, I can't count everyone, but it looks like there are 6 pairs on either side of 3 bowlers. So we have, 36 players left in the field?
Somewhere in the 36 to 40 it looks like.
And I can only imagine that the pattern they're bowling on right now is something pretty soft. It's a house shot.
Yeah, they put out the house shot because they like to see him strike.
Well, we need to, you can only get 9 or a strike, so you don't want to make them too hard and everyone get out the first round.
We might not have anybody left alive after round 1. Nobody might have thrown 9 or strikes.
I've seen a lot of storm balls going down there right now, which is good. Do they have to use a storm ball in this event?
Yes, they do.
Well, that'll explain it.
That'll explain it.
So here I was thinking, we own all the balls out there. This is the greatest place ever.
Oh, that's funny. Ed TV wants to know, how many high roads in your career have you drilled?
Oh, Ed TV, I don't know, mate. Oh, it would be...
It's a lot.
I don't know. We've sold a lot over the 8 years, and I know I've had a lot of those that we've sold. So, man, let's guess. 4 or 5 a year for 8 years, so 40?
At least.
I mean,
Yeah,
there would
at least.
probably be a few like events that maybe I drilled 4 at that event, like the World Series, 5 different patterns.
Sure.
You know, probably drill 4 high roads, 2 pin up, 2 pin down, maybe 1 little funky, and just see what it does. I mean, do that for 8 years. Yeah,
It's a lot of balls.
I've drilled a lot of them.
Drilled 100. Let's go with 100.
100? Oh, I don't know if I drilled 100 though. 40 I thought was a lot.
I don't know
40
if
or
I've drilled
50.
100 balls in my career at Storm.
100 high roads.
That would be something.
Someone has that.
Anthony
I'll tell you
Pepe
right
has.
now.
I guarantee you Anthony
Someone
Pepe
has drilled 100 high roads.
Yeah. Ben,
Jason.
Ben
Yeah.
Hornaday wants to know if you've ever bowled 300 with your thumb in it.
No,
300 with your thumb.
never
you go.
bowled 300 with my thumb in it. In fact, I'm not even close.
Jason, I think I was talking to Jamie yesterday in the tournament office, and you know Jamie, right, from days gone by?
I do.
Have you won this event before?
No. I finished second in 2003, I'm going to guess. I'm trying to remember the gentleman who beat me, but the name escapes me. But
Texas Station, wasn't it?
it was at Texas Station, and I remember I was having a really, really rough run that trip. I must have bowled 13 squads, and I wasn't even close to making the cut. And I said, I think I should just save, Mr. Crispin, who was sponsoring me at the time. I think I might just save him a couple of bucks here and not bowl anymore. And Timmy and one of my other mates, Vic Meyhoff, just said, you are bowling until the event finishes. And then the very next squad, I shot like 770, made the cut, and then just kept going through all the rounds until the final round. And the guy who beat me bowled a really good game. I just can't remember his name.
I never forget it, Gary. We were at Smith & Walensky. Me and Vic were down there, and we found out Belmo made the cut. And we said, because he's not allowed to leave until he makes the cut. So we were having dinner, and then we got the message that Belmo's in the finals. And then we made our way over there, and all of a sudden we watched him run the finals.
And you almost won the thing.
That was great.
That is perseverance
Yeah,
right there.
which
yeah?
that's the lesson that you should be taught is, if there's still a squad left, you enter it.
That's right.
You just
Very
never
good.
know where you're going to get if you make it.
You have to have some outside the box thinking in this state. Wouldn't you agree? You've had some advice over the years. When you've come to Vegas, sometimes you just got to be a little more aggressive.
You need to be a little more aggressive, and you need to have an incredibly short memory. You cannot hang on to anything here. You have to let it go if a bad shot happens. And these really cutthroat formats, hanging on to a bad shot here or there can really cost you making money later on. So, how cool is that?
Gary, tell them
Check
what they're
this out.
bowling for. Look at that.
I think we're giving away $5,000 tonight, and then this beautiful trophy that Jason is modeling for you. Yeah.
How nice is
We've
that?
got some money. We got some money to
Still
give out
very
here in the next hour. I thought that was really cool, and the reason that it came up, Jason, was I was in the tournament office when I got the notification that you were going to go bowl at the Open Championships, and the buzz here across town from the South Point was great, and everyone was like, oh, that's so cool, Jason's going to bowl in the Open. And then we started talking about all your success as an amateur before you hit it big on the Pro Tour. You were a very accomplished amateur player as well.
Yeah,
and
I
everyone
had,
knows you from years gone by.
Well, I had a lot of success here in Vegas. I won the high roller. I won the mini eliminator. Second at the TAT. I came second in the A game to David Ozio. I'll never forget that match. I'd never met him before. I'd never seen him bowl live. And I think I lost because I was too busy watching him bowl. Like, he was unbelievable and still is. So the success that I had here in the amateur ranks, I think, really helped me moving forward to the professional ranks. These formats, like I was just saying earlier, they're so cutthroat. They're so, do or die, strike here,
It's very
strike
quick,
now.
yeah.
You live and you learn out here a lot of lessons that help you, even into your professional career, especially that short-term memory loss. You need to be able to let them go.
Yeah.
We're going to get started here now, and it'll be a quick format.
So I can't really
we've got
see
some
much
cameras
action.
We've got a bunch of cameras out.
Yeah, Tabio, let's go to, can you switch us to camera? Yeah, that way.
We're looking at the low end here, up until lane. Looks like they're starting on 7 and 8 and all the way up to 15 and 16. So if you see striker 9, that means that person is going to advance. Anything less than 9, and they're done.
All right, well, I see an 8 on
Is
lane
it not
11.
working, Tavio? The camera?
This camera's on over here on the monitor, so it looks like it's on.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if our viewers at home that are in the chat room, if you can throw it out to us, if you can actually see some of the bowling that's going on. We've switched the cameras, so if you can let us know that you can see some of the bowling, that would help us.
You know, I think they can. I think the camera's going over there.
I think so too.
Letter B.
So we've had all the A bowlers step up. Now, I tell you something. I don't know, you can't see on this camera but on lane 23, which isn't on camera, I have to talk about this guy. His name is Tony Murray. He's from Australia, senior bowler. I've seen him literally hit the pocket more than anyone in my life. The guy is a very, very good pocket shot bowler. Low rev rate, lefty, just gets it done. So I'm expecting Tony.
On call.
I'm expecting Tony to make it a long way through. So that was a strike for Tony. He survives. We've got lane 15 here. Looks like a code black. Nice shot.
I saw earlier on the low end, I saw a 300-300 tie, and they had it went down to like 17 frames.
Oh, really?
Between two
to
players.
Advance.
Yeah, to 2 advance just to get off the pair.
So somebody had 17 and they lost.
Yes.
They went home.
They went 17 shots and they didn't make it to the next
gone.
round. Yeah,
All right,
they're
so
out.
now I think we're on the other lane pairings here. We're now up the high end, 23 to 32. Player B. We're about to find out who can get strike or not. Oh my goodness. He missed the head pin left and rolled the 3-6. I don't know if you can hear all of the oohs and the ahs in the crowd right now. We've got roll 2 pins, Brooklyn strikes.
Anything to get 9.
Oh, we've just had on lane 26 a pocket 7-9 for a lefty. So he's out.
It's my buddy from Hawaii. It's a long way to go to hit the pocket and not get 9.
Now we go to the C bowler, and we're on the left end of the house now, I think.
So this format goes super fast, and all the lanes right in front of where our booth is are reserved for the final 4. And so we've got different camera angles. And
we'll get there pretty quick.
We'll get there pretty quick, yeah.
Wow, we got people turning around and walking away on it.
Hey, guys, I don't know if this is good or not, or it just shows our Storm's commitment to the sport of bowling, but our president just texted me, Dave Sims. He's asking how things are going in Vegas. Do you think he's just checking in, or do you think he's watching the live stream right
I hope
now?
he's watching the live stream.
I bet he is.
And know that we're all...
Everyone at Storm's kind of addicted to our sport.
Yeah, we're doing the best we
just
can.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the beauty of it.
I'm not saying anything nasty about Dave on camera. He's
No,
probably,
Dave's the greatest ever.
He's probably watching. He's probably watching, and I'll get a text in a minute going, "Hey, take that back."
That's funny. I can answer that. Brandon Brenneman. Belmo is bowling the Proprietors Cup. He's going to be on a plane tomorrow, so he will be bowling. You will see him in Ohio this weekend.
Yeah, I leave tonight. Actually, I leave in a few hours.
I'm leaving in a couple hours before you, buddy.
Yeah, you guys are both leaving me. It's quite sad, actually.
Yeah, we like it here in Vegas.
I enjoy your company.
There's plenty more to do in Vegas than hang out with us. So
Yeah,
you'll be
hang
all
out
right,
with
Gary.
Timmy Mack and Belmo.
You'll be all right.
Every time we have this format when
Yes.
we're in Vegas at the TAT and
Yeah.
Vic Meyerhoff is here,
Yes.
every time in the booth we have this conversation: is he or is he not the smartest man in the world? Right?
Hands down.
Right.
Okay, so Jason, you haven't weighed in on this topic before, but Tim and I are convinced that Vic is the smartest man in the world. What do you think about that?
I would think that Victor Meyerhoff is the most logical, smart man in the world.
In 49 states.
Yeah, in 49 states. I think, is he the most highly, is his IQ higher than everyone else's? Maybe not, but I bet you he can get out of a jam better than anyone else out there by thinking logically.
So like MacGyver or
yeah, he's
something.
like that.
He's like
that's,
MacGyver.
That's it. He's the MacGyver version of life.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's pretty
MacGyver
good.
version.
We had a guy chime in. Speaking of MacGyver, he actually kind of looks like MacGyver. Alex Hoskins, who made a great run here in this building
Alex
at the
is
Masters back in February, Belmo, in which you won. Alex is an employee
on that
of
show,
Storm.
right?
He was on that show.
Alex is, by the way, he's the quietest. Him and Leanne sit next to each other at Storm, and between the two of them, like
you can hear Mouse walk across the floor.
Oh man, it's so funny because we have other people in that office that are quite. You can hear them. You can hear
my mate Tony Murray, staying alive. Just
he is advanced.
Yeah, he just left the light. I'm telling you, that guy hits the pocket more than anyone else in the world. He doesn't strike every time.
That's right.
But man, he hits the pocket a lot. I will say, I'm going to ask you guys a question, right? I'm going to ask you in this format.
Right.
What style of play would you prefer to be? If you were the best at the world at that style to win this format, how would you prefer to bowl? Would you prefer to bowl two-handed, a big power player?
Or
would you prefer to be a straight? Yeah,
stroker.
I think if you're a straighter player in this format, you have way better odds of winning this
I'd
tournament.
take David Ozio and Vinny Atria. Guys that go up the lane,
just
smooth,
and
never
they
give
just,
the pocket away.
They just get 9 a lot, right?
Yep, get 9 a lot.
This is my boy right there on 13-14, Nick Duplan. He just looks like he advanced. He's smiling.
There's some smiles out there, and there's a fair amount of people that are still in their chairs.
I'm going to make a prediction and say that I think 2 people wearing a wrist guard will make the Final Four.
That's a big call.
That's my prediction.
Gary, what's your prediction?
I'm going with my buddy Nick to win the whole thing. I'm just calling it now because he is that straighter player, but has a good amount of power, and he doesn't get nervous. He's just chill all the time.
I like Paul Varela.
Paul?
Yeah, he's a guy that goes up the lane,
yeah.
and he got a really lucky strike
nice.
in his second frame up there on the high end because he was bowling near Genius Inc. And
Genius
I
Inc.
think he's going to parlay it into something really cool.
Something big.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that's a little high five to himself down there on lane 9.
But
so he's
based on Belmo's prediction, that means his mate Tony Murray from Australia has a huge pop because he does have a wrist guard on the left hand.
he has a wrist guard.
And he hits the pocket more than anyone on
else
the planet.
in
Any other player that he's ever seen, that Belmo's ever seen.
Yeah, I mean,
no one's hit the pocket more.
Walter Ray hits the pocket a lot. He's got nothing on Tony.
Oh,
Nothing.
Tony Murray.
Tony Murray missed the pocket, they call him.
Hey, while we have this next break in the action, once that break occurs, how about we give away a prize?
Let's give away a prize. What is going to be?
I personally think it's brilliant, but I need Jason's approval. But it would be fitting that with Jason's hand in developing the timeless, why wouldn't we give one lucky fan a timeless? Why wouldn't we?
No, there's no reason why we couldn't.
Yeah.
We could totally do that. I've been in the mood of giving timeless balls away. I don't know if you saw.
You did
I did a Facebook promotion and it got a little out of control. So I ended up giving away 18 or something, 17 or 18 timeless balls, and I actually called Bill and said, "Bill, sorry, I'm giving away our bowling balls right now."
So what are we going to come up with for the fans that are actually watching online and are in the chat room, for them to have the opportunity to win the great timeless ball?
We can make them work for it.
Okay.
So if Jason's won 4 Masters,
Where are the locations?
how about where are all 4 cities that he won in, and how about the bowling center name?
Just
Wow.
we will need of the 4 Masters championships that Jason Belmonte has won,
Okay.
the name of each bowling center for each Masters that Jason has won. That is.
So 2013, 14, and 15,
That's correct.
and then 17.
There you go.
Can
Those
we
4 years.
Can we give them a hint about 17?
Yeah. It's,
17
It's,
seems.
you're staring right at it.
17 seems
literally-
eerily familiar.
Staring right. It's right in front of you.
As a matter of fact, just a couple
That's a
lanes to
hint.
the left was
That's
the
a hint.
title match.
That's a hint.
So, if anybody can come up with the 4 bowling centers that Jason Belmonte has won his Masters in, you will win a timeless bowling ball. And the first one we see.
the first one.
The first one.
No, yeah, the first one. Or we could do it Blair and I always do like just type your answers in, and we cut it off at a certain time, and then we go through everyone that got the right answer, and it's a random draw that gets the win.
Okay.
Okay, we can do that.
We can do that.
That way people can play
Yeah.
all the way up, and we'll give you 5 minutes. So we'll go by my clock. We'll go to 8:40 our time.
5 minutes. Boys
to
and
find the
girls,
answer.
grandfathers, granddaughters, sons and daughters, cats and dogs. You have 5 minutes
To get your answer in.
to get your answer
and
in
then
for a
chance to win the
chance and a
timeless.
shot at
Yeah.
the Storm Signature Ball Belmo Series Timeless Bowling Ball.
Is there an advantage in this format to being left-handed or not?
I don't think so.
No, neither do I.
Not in the house shot. No, I wouldn't say so.
Well,
But
not with one ball going down the lane.
there's my pick, Paul Varela. That's got a hook. Atta baby, Paul. Still in there. Got to give him a clap. And Tony Murray,
Still alive.
still alive.
He's not missing.
And my guy, Nick, right here needs 9 to advance. Yep, he's in.
So those are our picks. I got Paul Varela, we got Mick, and we got Tony Murray.
Yeah.
We feel like those
We
three
got
can get to the.
wrist guard bowler down on 24, staying alive as well. Just
Yeah.
crossed over.
He
telling
bowled
you.
on your team last
The
night.
guys,
On your companion team.
I can't see him. Oh, it is too. Get out of
He
here.
bowled on your team. He might be inspired by the
That's
fact
Kevin.
you're in the booth.
Yep.
There is one of Jason
I'm going for
Bel-
Kevin and Tony.
There you go. There is one of Jason Belmonte's
Teammates.
USBC
USBC
teammates.
I
in
didn't
his-
recognize him. He usually has a hat.
He has a hat on.
He usually has a hat on.
Yeah.
It's like an Akuba, like a cowboy hat.
Yeah. Akuba. Maybe he's Akuba for Australia.
I bet your team all bought the pitcher. You know when you take the pitcher?
I bought the picture.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
There you go.
I love that.
Although I don't know, unfortunately, Rich's wife took it. So she was supposed to give it to me
we can
here
find
tonight.
him.
Yeah,
We'll find
well,
him.
I hope so.
Okay, people are starting to come in. We have Dakota Little Cloud.
Now, there's a young man bowling on lane 28. His name is Hector. I met him in Mexico City when I did an exhibition down there a couple of years ago.
Okay.
Two-handed kid.
Okay.
Rev rate, ridiculous. It is.
Where's he? Where's he, Bama? Where's he?
He was on lane 28. I just watched the ball go down from the side here. I don't even know what color it is.
Is that the guy in the blue shirt down there?
Yep.
Oh,
Young fella.
Yeah.
He's young, speaks really good English, which is nice.
Mhm.
So we could have a nice conversation. My Spanish is terrible. And, wow, there's a lot of power in that ball. But I want him to do well, but that high rev rate, the catches are friction
the
a little
lucky strike.
early. You know, it's you never know what's going to happen.
He just got the lucky strike.
He
That's
did.
what the big
Yep.
the big roar was down there. Apparently went right on the face and got the lucky strike. I got a feeling this guy with the yellow shirt on here who's got about
He likes to get on it.
787 rev rate is going to be around for a while. Got a couple kids from Mexico that are still alive down there. Maurizio,
Part of Alex's group.
Yeah, part of Alex Archundia. We thank you for
Studio Pro Shop.
Studio Pro Shop.
He's got the
for his-
Stonewash denim jean shorts.
I- maybe
I
it's big-
don't know if I could pull that off.
Man, it's making a comeback. It might
But
be
he
making
looks
a-
bloody stylish in them. Like, they suit him. I don't know if they would suit me.
We've got a lot of good answers coming in on
That's good because I think we have got
2 minutes
2
left.
minutes. Yeah.
2
All
minutes left. We've got a couple people that are very close.
Timmy, don't put Tony Murray off right now. Wait for it. And
Oh.
strikes again.
Tony
Tony Murray,
Murray.
lane 24.
Oh, he pulled it. He said he gave him. he gave
that's the game.
Yeah.
That's the show he puts on.
It's a game.
So far, we've got a number of people that have got the answer right.
And it's packed in here, by the way.
Yeah,
I'm
it's-
looking around at the back here.
Nice
and
crowd.
There's a nice crowd. A few rows deep.
They heard Tim Mack and Jason Belmonte were in the house, so they come up.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe they've come to watch these storm balls get strikes or nines.
It seems like a lot of strikes right now. I haven't seen 9 a lot, so that's a good thing. Speaking of well, Paul Varela is throwing one of Belmo's most popular bowling balls, which is the high road.
Shiny, too.
Shiny high
Oh,
road.
man,
and
I haven't used a shiny high road. I'm going to bring it back. I'm going to bring the shiny high road out.
My boy Nick got 9.
a lot of people getting the answer right in our chat, just so you know how much time we
So
have left.
then, Tim, what you'll do, we'll put it on the queue.
Oh, we're
We
done. Time is up.
Time is up.
Time's up.
That's
no
it.
more answers.
Canes fan is the last answer.
So
and
you're going to have to scroll through and randomly
So what? 2013.
So the answer
I
is
won
tell
it in New Jersey, Brunswick, New Jersey. Right? Didn't
Bello's
I?
memory's not that good, so I may have to vouch for where you won the tournaments.
Didn't I win it there?
Carolier Lane.
Carolier? Didn't
Yeah.
I? Yeah, it was Carolier.
Yeah,
Brunswick.
Yep.
That's North Brunswick. New
Yes.
Brunswick. New
That's
Brunswick?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's right.
2014. It was the same place.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So I won it back-to-back places.
Right.
2015, Ashwaubenon.
That's right.
Ashwaubenon.
Oh, Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Yeah. The ladies just
They had
bowled
the
there.
old school masking units
That's
down the
right.
back with the lights that light up with the pins that you leave.
Did that help
that's-
you in getting you to your
Only when I
victory?
left at 2-8. It was
There you
nice
go.
to know there was one back there. Oh, I did something today at USBCs. I bowled without a full rack.
Oh.
Yeah, I bowled without an 8-pin, and then someone told me.
What was the penalty?
There was no penalty. I had to reshoot the shot.
Did
Okay.
you strike?
I struck on the second shot. I didn't strike on the first attempt.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah,
so it
but
helped.
when the ball was going down, I heard the fella say there's no 8-pin. So he didn't know. He didn't know if it was going to help me or harm me.
Yeah.
And then the pin stood up, and I'm like, all right,
Just playing by the rules.
I guess I'll have to shoot this again. You know, something I haven't done for a long time.
So we have one.
And then the last one was obviously, sorry to get back to the prize, was the Orleans here this year, Las Vegas. So
That is correct. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13,
all right, so we've got some more bowlers coming down the road, down the stretch here.
14.
I think this is bowler A, back up. We've
There's
got
a lot of-
a trip
lot
4-pin.
We have 16 people that have picked the right.
Yep. So
guess.
put them in the random deal and pick us a winner, Timmy.
So we're going to go. And the winner is.
Powerful.
Yeah, I think he's thrown like legitimate 300s. This guy just has a missed start, and it's like legitimate 300s tonight.
Speed bowlers.
So you stay on your same pair until you're the last one standing on your pair? Or
Correct.
do you move pairs then after?
No, they consolidate after there's been a champion on the pair, then they consolidate
And the
again.
winner is Michael Scarn. You
Michael
have
Scarn.
won the bowling ball.
Michael
In the
Scott.
random drawing, we picked a number, and you became the number, and you're the winner. So, Michael,
Michael, here's how you claim your prize. The easiest way is to just email me, Gary, Gary, dot Hulsenberg, HULSENBERG, at stormbowling.com. What I need is your shipping address, your ball weight for your new timeless bowling ball,
That's pretty cool.
and we will get one processed and shipped out directly to your home to take to your favorite pro shop and have them drill it up for you. Compliments of Jason Belmonte
And Stone Bowling.
and
Yeah.
Storm Bowling.
we threw all the numbers that were down there in a hat. We picked a number, and you were the winner.
All right, so wow, another strike.
Paul Varela.
I think my buddy Nick is just loosening up, right? Or is he still? Is he competing? There's no one on his pair that he's bowling with.
Well,
Nick,
we're going to ask him right now.
we're getting him over because I can't stand the anticipation. Hey, so are you bowling against anyone or just keeping warm? Right now. Right now? Against this whole group, or against just the guy in your pair? Oh, this whole group versus that whole group. Okay, well then go back and keep getting strikes. You're my pick.
Yeah, way to take him out of his zone,
Jeez. Sorry
Gary.
there.
Guy's
Sorry,
like
Nick.
focused
Gary?
and laser pointed eye vision, and
It
he's
could be the Black Cloud.
now there's no chance he's getting 9
taking
or strike
over.
the next one. You need
Take it
to
over
hope.
Dell,
Let's hope it's a Brooklyn
the
strike
Black
for him.
Cloud.
All I know is all 3 of our picks are still in.
So, but that did help me, though. So Nick did contribute to the broadcast here. the grouping to the left is a certain group of players, and then the grouping to the right, and they're all playing against each other, even though they're not on the same lane. And I thought, like the first couple rounds, right? Wasn't it just
on your pairs?
On your pair.
But I think that's because we had 500 people in this place bowling, so it was going to be a faster way to narrow it down. Just beat everyone on your pair.
Listen, guys, I don't need to be the bearer of bad news, but I have to go catch an airplane.
No.
What time's your flight?
11.
No, Timmy. It's not 8:45.
I still have to get
Timmy,
my bags.
It's 8:45. You need to get to the airport at 10.
This is classic.
Maybe 10:30.
Let me explain something. This is classic Australian, laid back, Andrew Frawley.
45 minutes before.
Jason Belmonte
Listen, I've traveled a few times. I know you have, but I've traveled a few times, getting there a little bit later than you. 45 minutes before the flight. It's perfect. You know why? Because you'll just put your bags on, they'll go straight to the plane, and then if there's a line anywhere, you just go, sorry, look, mate, my flight's leaving in half an hour. And they take you to the front of every line because you got to get there.
I can't seriously pull that off. I'm not James Belmonte.
You can pull that.
If it was 2002, I might have been
you.
able to pull it off in like.
And you know what? If you've got excess baggage and everything like that, they look at you and they go, look, the flight's about to take off. Come on. The gate, it's about to close. Can we stop arguing over a couple of pounds and just let's get this happening? And they always go, yeah, you're right. So then they send it down there.
There you go.
We'll ship it right through.
We'll just ship it right through. We'll go with that.
And they go, anyone going to Sydney? Yep, I am. Righto, come at the front. Okay, cool.
Listen, we got a couple questions in here, and PBA All-Star asked a quick question. He's asked it a couple times now. He wants to know if you're going to Junior Gold, and they want to know your answer.
Yeah, unfortunately, I won't be at Junior Gold this year. Storm is not the major sponsor this year. But we do have a booth, is that right, Gary, at the registration?
We have an unbelievable booth.
Okay,
with an unbelievable piece of artwork, which you saw at Nashville at Bowl Expo, and I don't want anyone to know. I can't give away that.
Okay, I won't say
You've got to come to the Storm booth to check out our cool... you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. It's certainly worth... I mean, I thought it was certainly worth looking at. It was kind of cool. I wanted to take it home.
Take a picture, right? Take a selfie with it.
Took a selfie with it. I took one.
You did?
Check out my Instagram. It might give it a bit of a way. But
there you go.
How do people follow you socially, Jason? If they're not already following your whereabouts, why don't you let folks know how they can follow along with your travels and successes, and what are your handles and channels?
So you can do it via the internet, which is on Instagram, it's at @JBelmo. At Twitter, it's at @JBelmo. And Facebook is, I think it's called Belmo fan page. I would highly recommend you follow the one with the blue check mark. I've checked out some of the ones that aren't blue verified, and they're a little bit funny.
Are they funny?
Some of them. So that's how you can do that virtually online, or you can just stalk me in real life and see what I'm doing.
If you're really nice to me and you want to send me a lot of money, I actually have all of Belmo's personal phone numbers, but probably not going to give them out.
You're going to sell them on the black market.
I'm going to sell them. If you want Belmo's cell phone number, message me on Facebook.
Don't mind me. I'm just blocking Tim Mack on all forms of communication right now.
That's probably not going to happen. You're not getting it from me. So.
Oh, I have one quick question while I have both of you guys here.
What's that?
Timmy, as you're our international guy, you're our PR guy, you're also instrumental in all the tour events, right? You're helping our tour players out, especially with a heightened focus, I would say. You work a lot with Jesper and Jason and some of the international players. Now, one thing, because of my age, being an old man, we didn't have two-handed bowling when we were growing up, right? And so some people in my age group, and I am not one of them, but they feel like two-handed bowling is not, quote-unquote real bowling or whatever you want to call it. Now, in my opinion, because I've watched Jason bowl quite a bit, I personally don't see any other player have the balance that you have when you let out the ball go. Your balance is unbelievable. You're rock solid on every shot. And I look at it and go, it's very traditional looking after you release the ball. It's the approach looks different, but the technique, and you're just rock solid. Do you feel, what's your take on the whole deal with the two-handed and the people saying, oh, well, it's not real bowling. And I look and go, man, the guy is really good. He posts every shot. I mean, and by the way, you're unbelievably good spare shooter. Unbelievable, right? I know you might not be able to say that about yourself.
I can
Timmy
say
can say that.
So
it's been off the last couple of weeks. The last couple of events I've played, I've got to get back into the bowl and start shooting some spares for sure. But look, I think when people ever bring up or suggest that it's not bowling or it's not the way that bowling was meant to be played, my answer to that is always, well, every generation before the one that you're talking about could have the same argument. Once upon a time, we only used to drill a bowling ball with one finger hole.
Sure.
And now it's two finger holes. So is that really the way the game was meant to be played, with two finger holes? No. You go back even further and you're talking about no finger holes. You're talking about wooden balls and stones. I mean, the game evolves through every generation. So you watch a two-handed play, you stay behind the foul line, you make your spares, you knock over more pins. As far as I'm concerned, why can't we just celebrate, scores and athleticism of individual athletes, not, discriminate and judge them based off how they do it? And there have been some people that are very vocal. I just don't get it. Just because it's different to how they were brought up, there's a lot of things that are different to how you were brought up in doing. And you may wished it were the same, but you have to accept that it's not.
Well, I know just the last couple of years at Junior Gold, and then we do work with a lot of youth programs, and we had the Storm Youth Championships in Reno, and I watch all these young kids have the two-handed style, and I think it's great. So, me personally, I think it was you and also Oscu was doing two-handed about the same time when you guys were coming up. Is that true?
Yeah, well, we're the same age, and our stories are very similar. I think he started maybe just like a couple of months after I started. I was 18 months, and I think he was 2 years old when he first started bowling. And, it's quite funny, we're on different sides of the world. He's in Finland, and I'm in Australia.
Yeah.
And for the first 17 years of our lives, we didn't know we existed.
Yeah.
And then we came together in Thailand for the World Youth Championships, and it was the first time I'd ever seen another two-handed bowler before. And
you guys were like, hey!
Not only did
up?
I see another two-hander, this guy was like phenomenal at it. And I'm like,
really good, yeah.
This is incredible to see that there's another one of us. And now, we've multiplied.
Yeah, it's cool. I love it. I'm a fan. Oscu's cool, too. I like watching him bowl. He does it very different than you. It's just the technique is slightly different.
It's a little bit different. If you get an opportunity at all tonight, those that are listening, Oscu throws a strike in this building, the Orleans 2007 mini eliminator. If you look that up in YouTube, it's the 2007 mini eliminator, and it's just like I don't know who it was, but someone was taking random shots and put together a video. Oscu throws this messenger, that it looks like a wave. The pin, think of like this massive tsunami in a blockbuster movie where it just swallows a city. That's what the pins look like to the 10 pin. It may be the most remarkable strike
that
I've ever seen of him do.
Yeah.
Of him. I've seen some weird stuff happen, but that was pretty amazing. So if you get a chance, check out that clip.
Michael, our winner says he is sending in the email.
There you go. Michael Scarn is the winner, and he has answered the call.
Thanks, Michael.
Thank you, guys.
I wonder if Michael ever gets in The Office. The TV show called The Office.
Yeah.
We've got people missing head pins now. Getting a bit nervous. You've got Steve Carell's character.
Yeah.
And he plays a alter ego actor whose name is Michael Scorn. So I wonder if Michael Scarn ever gets
the joke. You think he gets a joke about it?
Yeah, I don't know. Let us know, Mike. Does anyone have a joke about Michael Scorn? He's a spy. His alter ego is a spy.
Yes, many people are using the Storm Torrent. I don't know, you don't have a name up there, but we've used that ball by a number of different people on tour, and it's rolling really good.
Tour players love that ball, I think.
Torrent has been a very popular ball. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty. We gotta have less than 10 people, guys.
Yeah,
all I know is Tony Murray from Australia is still hitting the pocket.
Your guy.
And I'm going to throw this
My
out
guy's
there.
in.
My guy's in too.
All three of our guys are still in. That's
The only thing that's stopping Tony Murray is a pocket split. That's it. That's it.
He's just going to hit the pocket every shot.
He will flat 7 till the sun rises. It just hopes he doesn't leave the 10-pin with it.
Jason, did you have fun at Bowl Expo?
Yeah, I did. It was busy this year. We had a really good turnout. A lot of proprietors and pro shop operators.
I'm out.
Your guy's out.
Yeah,
My guy's got a chance to move into second place in our little deal. Hey, Tim, yes, there you go. If Jay is going to bowl every USBC championships from here on,
yes,
he can be included in our dinner bet.
That's fine. I'm okay with that.
We can include him in and then I just will buy you guys both dinner every year instead of just you dinner every year.
Uh-oh, we just lost 2 players on the left side here.
2 players.
Russ Avia and Paul Varela are out.
2 good
So there's only 2 guys left over here.
I think
there's only 4 guys left over here.
down the other end.
Or 5 maybe. Looks like I think the big German guy with the glasses is still left alive sitting in the back. Yeah, I can definitely get to include Belmo in the bet.
Yeah, it's just my way of donating to you guys' dinner fund.
I think next year we're going to come up with something good. If Belmo can find a way, we're just going to say, who wants to bowl with Belmo?
I don't think we need to overcommit Jason to this every year.
Yeah, well, I got to say in any of this?
Yeah, I mean,
no.
Oh, man, trip the 2.
Oh, listen, Alex Hoskins just chimed in. Gary beat Jason in the Open Singles Championships this year.
I did. Yeah.
What'd you have?
Hit 735.
720 something.
You beat a lot of people.
725.
Yeah.
What
725.
How'd you bowl in all events?
No good.
Oh, no good.
Team was bad and doubles. Team was okay. I just I split. Every time I missed, I was open. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was one of those things. And I miss a lot, so therefore that doesn't add up really good. Yeah.
Yeah, I missed more spares than you. Both of you combined.
I missed 1 spare for the 9 games. I missed a 10-pin in doubles.
But I bowled 2-step approach, so I had an excuse.
Yeah. So.
Starting round 9, go ahead, letter
All right, here we go. We're starting round 9.
Round 9. How many are left? 1, 2, maybe 6? Maybe 5?
Do we know the official starting count? How many started this event?
Wow, man. There were 6 on a pair, full house.
Oh, there you go. Work it out.
It had to be
200.
How big is this house? 80 lanes, isn't it? So
70,
40.
I think.
Oh, 70? So
That's
30.
got a hook yard.
35 pairs.
We lost another one. There's one. Your bowler is the only guy left over on this side.
If he gets 9.
So, yeah, 35 pairs, 6 on a pair. So what's that? It's
we lost another one.
210 started tonight.
Oh, no, there's this guy's left, too. I don't know who this guy is. Can we call him Red Shirt guy until we find his name? Oh, and Danielle Keller. He's in there, way down there, my lefty friend. He plays, that guy plays the same multi-strike poker machine that my wife plays in Vegas. They have their special machine that they play.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah.
Jason, do you gamble at all when you come to Vegas? Do you like to gamble, or do you not gamble, or?
Did he get? Oh,
he got lucky. Tony got lucky.
Tony Murray misses the pocket. And he
sorry,
gets
Gary. Yeah, I don't mind having a bit of a punt here and there, but you know what?
What's a punt?
It's a gamble.
A bit of a gamble.
Okay.
I don't mind having a bit of a gamble, but you know what? I can't remember the last time I ever had a win. So I said last night, and I'm sticking to it, I will never gamble again. I mean, unless there's good reason.
Listen.
To gamble.
Our one of our best mates, which is one of mine and Belmo's best friends, is Vic Barhoff. We mentioned him earlier. And Jason, about 11 years ago, wrote a poem for me Not a poem, but yeah, a poem.
No, it wasn't a poem. They were letters. I
They
wrote
were
you
letters.
guys
He wrote
letters.
me. He wrote
Let's
me.
make this a little less
Sorry, not
feminine.
a poem. He wrote a. It was like an.
It wasn't like
it was
roses
inspiration.
are red,
It was
violets are
inspiration.
blue.
No,
Timmy, I love you. I didn't
No.
send you a poem.
It was Andrew Frawley, Vic Barnhoff, and me, and we all got letters from Jason Belmonte for Christmas. And I got a little $6 million man, and mine was the $6 million man. They're going to rebuild you stronger and better than you were before.
How's that turning out?
We're still working on that, man.
It's a process,
That's
Jason.
been a long time. But you know what?
11
After
years
this,
of surgeries.
after this surgery that's coming up, I reckon that's it. That's all uphill from there. It's all, I mean, downhill. No, uphill. It's all good from there
Thanks,
on in.
mate. But it's been a struggle, to say the least. Tournaments with him, and
Have you ever beaten him?
Are you kidding me, Gary? Let me tell you, Deb. Everyone, Timmy gave me a nice write up and talk up earlier. Let me tell you about Timmy Mack. Timmy, in all the years I've travelled and all the bowling events that I've done, I've seen some pretty remarkable things. I've seen a lot. I'm more than likely going to see something ridiculous here tonight, but there will never be anything more impressive than some of the events that I saw Timmy compete in. I'm talking about events where we would go to Singapore. I'm averaging 180, and I'm legitimate 182. Oh, 710. The crowd goes berserk. I'm averaging 182, and Timmy's lapping the field, leading this tournament.
And they were super hard, right?
I'm averaging
They were
182.
crazy.
I'm not making that. That's not an exaggeration. That is, I was bowling an average of 18 under a game, and trying every frame, trying to work everything out, and Timmy's lapping the field. So what a lot of it really bothers me, is a lot of American bowlers never got to see that, because it was predominantly overseas, and it was predominantly when the internet wasn't like it is today with live streaming and Facebook, and so you could see all these video clips. And Timmy's been a huge inspiration in my own career, seeing him.
Did they have cars back then when that was occurring?
Yeah, but everything was in black and white.
Black and white.
Everything was black and white.
wasn't that bad?
Even real life, we were looking at Timmy in black and white. He had hair back then. That's for sure. You had hair.
I had some great moments. I was fortunate and lucky, and I'll tell you one of the best moments. I had two moments stick out in my mind just because Belmo's in the booth with me. I was bowling in Australia, and it was called the South Pacific Classic, and I had two bowling balls that were two of my favorite bowling balls, Chami and the X Factor Deuce. And Belmo was on staff, and he was young, and I was bowling really good at that time, and I was
lapping the field again,
bowling pretty good in the South Pacific, and it was a prestigious tournament because the winner of the tournament gets to represent Australia in the World Cup.
Yeah, but if you won it, you didn't get to represent Australia.
I was one to hope, So, in any case, long story short, we're in the middle of the match play, and I bowl 300 with my Chami ER on lanes 3 and 4. And I go to the next pair, and I'm bowling against Belmo, and my ball comes back with a gigantic chunk right in the track. And I'm beside myself. I'm like, are you kidding me?
This is my ball.
This is my baby. I can't use anything else. Jason gave me a pep talk. He gave me a pep talk and sat me down and said, listen, mate, you're the best. You're one of the best there is. You got other balls in your bag. You're a storm staffer. I'm with you. Get it done. Make something else work.
Oh, I think my quote was, you have one other ball here, use that other one, and you'll still win.
So
that was my quote.
I switched to that ball, and I go back to 3 and 4. I shoot 300 again.
Yeah, with a deuce.
With a Dex Factor deuce. I went back-to-back 300s and 3 and 4.
That was cool.
So I win the tournament. And it was really cool. And then the other one that sticks. There's another tie.
Another tie. So I believe the last shot that we saw, that was 7-10, was a tie.
Tie, it was tied because the other guy got 8.
Tony Murray still going.
And the other thing that would stick in my mind would be when you asked me earlier, did I ever bowl Jason? I actually bowled Jason for a title, and was lucky. He was on the young side, was 10 years ago, and we were in Bahrain Bowl in the Bahrain Open, and Jason had lapped the field. I mean, lapped the field like you can't believe, averaging 240, 250. I was just coming off a shoulder surgery, and I was using a 13-pound bowling ball. And I somehow finagled my way into the stepladder, and I made the title match, and I got very lucky against Jason.
Yeah, he did.
I got very lucky against Jason.
Yeah, I'm not giving you any props for that event. That was pure luck.
I needed to get.
I stone-nined every second shot, and you rolled everything, tripped everything, and then he only needed to count, and he needed like 7.
I threw it
Seven.
down the
He threw it straight down the middle. He left the big 4 and broke them all up. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. So
all right, so now we're down to 2, Timmy.
down to 2.
Here.
It looks like.
I think my guy's already in as the top seed. They're looking. So Nick, I think, is in.
So what are they doing? Taking 2 from each group?
2 from each group to be our final 4.
So does that mean my mate Tony's all the way through? Or is he still bowling now? He looks still bowling.
Nick. We're getting a sideline report from Nick.
Sure.
Okay, so explain. Are you in or not in right now?
I am in.
You're the top seed, and they're battling to see who's the second guy.
Correct.
And then the 2 guys from over here are going to play. They're going to have to come play you guys for all the money.
There it is.
So you're in. You're my pick. No pressure or nothing.
Guys, I'm out of here. I've got to get on my
No,
plane.
Timmy, you've got plenty of time. Your flight's not till 11. It's 9:06. You
Uber
don't
will
have
have
to.
you there. Uber will have you there in like a second.
You do
I'm
not
on
have
Vicar.
to.
I don't have the pre-check-in. I don't have it.
You don't have TSA approval?
No.
Are you kidding
Timmy,
me?
No, I don't.
Timmy.
How do you not
I
have
can't afford
that?
it.
Oh, please. If there's someone in the chat right now, please, someone in the chat, tell
$85.
Timmy at what time for an 11 o'clock flight should he be at the airport. Okay? If anyone's listening, does a bit of traveling, maybe you work at an airport, maybe you work for an airline, and I don't want to hear we suggest you get there 3 hours before your flight. No.
2 hours
We're talking about
hour and a half.
We're talking about a legitimate. How long before the flight?
It's going to take me.
Mate, I'm telling you.
Did he strike? He got 9.
No, I think there's a 10 pin there.
I think so.
That's my guess.
So the messenger kicked out the 7 for him.
Here it goes.
So this is.
Tony Murray's still going. But there's a lot of stuff going on right now.
Yeah, we got. Uh-oh.
He pulled it.
I told you. Brooklyn strike pocket.
Oh.
9 tie. 9 tie.
Wow. It's crazy.
Rachel says 10 p.m. No
Yeah,
chance.
told you. Rachel, I would travel with you.
Timmy needs. Carla says you need to get the
9:30
global.
says I need to get out of here. I got to walk to my room, which is going to take 20 minutes. Hour and 15. He's right. It would be right spot on.
An hour and 15.
Yeah, I had to get there at 9:45. I got to get my bags and then go walk from there.
Are you getting nervous about missing your flight right now?
I don't want to miss my flight because
9:08.
if
You
I
gotta
do,
go home to your family.
We're
no,
10 minutes from the
I'll
airport.
be living in your basement if I miss my flight.
Yeah, you need to get home to your family.
So
I agree.
Let's see what's happening here.
Brenda's
Scram.
watching this right now. Brenda, do you want Timmy to come home?
No, she just told me to call her, but I can't because I'm talking to you guys.
Yeah, she doesn't want you
great.
home. She
Just
wants you to
text
call
her.
the action right now. That's what she wants you
We're
to do.
calling the action.
Text.
Here we go.
She wants you to
This
get there
guy's
at
been
10
looking
o'clock.
He's
last
got the
couple
big
shots.
wheel.
That's his third, at least his third Brooklyn.
He's got the big
Yeah,
giant
well,
wheel
that's
going.
how you got to do it. When you're out, you got to catch the
There's
break.
3 bowlers left over here, aren't there? Or 4?
I'm not sure. I think there's 4. Yeah, there's 4 for sure on the higher end of the house.
Hey, Timmy, can you let our winner know that I just received his email?
Okay.
So Chris.
Michael Scorn.
Michael Scarn.
No, Scorn.
Michael Scarn.
Espionage spy.
Oh,
Tim O'Neill says, if I'm flying United, give up hope.
Go ahead when you're ready.
So I need to go. That's what he's telling me.
If you're flying United, you may get on the plane and then still not leave. You may get taken off it.
Dragged off. There you go.
All right, we got bowlers here.
And
Lefty.
that's a
so
strike.
that's my boy Danielle Keller.
This
right
guy's going to
there.
have to strike
Oh,
here
so
in the red
Tony
shirt.
Murray has now gone to the other lane. Smart thinking. Didn't like that lane.
Moved. Oh, that's why.
That's got a hook.
That's why. Do you guys have horseshoes in Australia? He has a horseshoe in his bowling bag, I believe.
Yeah. Tony is just good.
That's
That's
it.
good.
I'm doing the walk-off.
I don't know.
You can't leave unless you get Doan.
Where is Doan Mose? Doan is coming in. He's tapping in for me. Listen, guys,
Timmy,
I love you.
can you do me a favor?
Yes.
You need to be going too, don't you, Jay? Or are you staying?
No, I can stay a little longer.
Okay.
Can you give me a hug?
I'm not so worried about getting to the airport
There's nothing
so
but
early.
hugs.
So like Tim.
Yeah, mate.
Back of Vic's car.
Yeah. All right, I got you. Give me a hug.
Mate, good to see you.
All right, brother. We're hugging it out.
Yeah, we're hugging it out. That's what all the...
That's what we do here at Storm Family. We hug it out. We're hugging it out.
Hugging it in with Tone Mose.
Yeah, and here comes Don Mose, guys. He's the voice of reason, bringing it in.
In this
See you guys.
crazy world. Timmy, thanks, man.
Thanks,
Love you.
Timmy.
Love you, buddy. Be safe. Enjoy your family this weekend, okay?
Have a safe flight, Timmy.
Thank you.
What did Timmy say? The voice of reason or the voice of unreason?
You're our voice of reason. We've had a lot of fun to bring you up to speed, Doan. We've called a little bowling, but more chatted about just funny little stories. And Jason and Storm gave away a timeless bowling ball to a lucky winner, which is pretty
Awesome.
cool.
That's great.
Yeah, and so please don't come in here and say, let's give away more bowling balls, okay? I just wanted to bring you up to speed on that. Our budget's only so much. We
Yes.
can only give away so much joy and happiness. We got 3 in the scratch division. Nick Duplon is in. And these two, Danielle Keller. I do not know this gentleman in the red shirt, but he has a large cheering section. People are really rooting.
Boy, he's
and
made
this
some
guy
good shots.
on 23, can you remind me?
Tony
Jason?
Murray?
Tony Murray is money. Bro, he can't not get 9.
No, he's amazing.
Just can't not do it.
I think he's getting a little tired now, though. He's, what time is it? 9:11. Tony's he's a senior bowler. He's probably getting sleepy.
Getting sleepy.
It's his bedtime. I'd tell him that. Tony would agree with me. So I guess that knocks Tony out.
You know, this is an amazing tournament to me. So the gentleman that just did a strike, I wish I could remember the exact country he's from, but he is...
Timmy said Germany.
I don't think it's Germany. I don't think, but it could be. But he comes every year to the TAT, and it's pretty expensive, right, to travel in the TAT from...
It's expensive to travel, Gary.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's expensive to travel.
It costs a bunch.
Yeah, whenever you fly over a large body of water, it usually costs a lot of money. Yeah. I have to happen to fly across a really large body of water.
Often.
Yeah, often. So I think they're all still going on down there. Hi, Don. How are you?
Great, Jason. How are you doing?
Good, thanks. Doing
How
well.
did you bowl last night, by the way?
We did well. Yeah, I did okay. Well, last night was okay. Today was much better.
Excellent.
At the USBCs.
So what was the look on the team's face when all of a sudden you showed up?
Yeah, they were a little bit, I guess you could say, surprised.
I love your post. 225, I think.
Yeah.
Well, not really sure. I don't bowl league.
I think it is.
Oh, that was awesome.
So the crowd is certainly migrating towards 25.
Oh, that's wide. Wide flush.
That struck.
But that's why you want to bowl, I think in this format, you want to bowl like a stroker. I think those little errors like that where he got it wide and he got it right and he's playing closer to the gutter, it just kind of bled off the edge of the pattern and just went high flush. You have 600 RPM and you do that, the ball's going through the face.
Yeah, you're getting 4 through the middle. Yeah.
Jason, do you know the gentleman up bowling right now, the left-hander?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, that's his pick to win it all.
Yeah.
Both of our picks. So Tim had to leave because his pick lost, so he got kicked out of the booth. So if you have a pick and they get kicked out, you're gone. You're out. But that's Tony from Australia.
Yeah. Tony lives 4 hours from my house in Sydney. He and my father have been running the Orange Open together, which is the big tournament in my hometown, since the Orange Open started. It's been going 30 years.
Oh, my God.
So I've known Tony, he has known me since I was 3, and he's very good friends with my family. So he's been coming over to these events in our winter, your summer, now for a few years. And every time I see him when I'm back home, he often talks about the TAT events and how it was and how he went. And, and he keeps coming back because he just really enjoys these events. Things like this, we don't have anything like this. There is no tournament anywhere nearly remotely similar to the TAT or an event like this, best ball, like storm shootout. Yeah. So he gets to go home and talk about all the stories from the Vegas trips.
Awesome. He's a super nice guy.
Super nice guy. School teacher.
Okay.
Knows more about almost anything than more things than anyone else I know. Like, he's a very broad spectrum of knowledge in his mind.
Well-educated, well-rounded educated.
Yeah, he's a really good guy. I'm sure his wife is here somewhere too. I'm sure she is. If she is, I'm going to give her a hug. She's awesome. She's better than Tony.
My best mates from Alaska behind us would love it if you could sign these towels for him.
Sure, but I'm going to watch Tony's shot right now first, if that's okay.
We got to watch Tony. He's your guy.
Flat 7, that's what I'm calling.
That's what you want.
That's what's going to happen. That one's in trouble. No, high flush.
High flush.
Oh, it looked well in. See, no rev rate. Wrist guard. I also called 2 wrist guards were going to make the final 4, but when I made that prediction, there were only 2 people left with a wrist guard, so I probably shouldn't have been so
bold.
Yeah, in my prediction.
It was bold.
Dead
flush.
Okay,
I like the way the format started out this morning, this evening, the very first part of it, where they just let him go.
Yeah, it went much quicker early on, but now seems to be taking forever to get to our final 4.
It was very exciting. All of a sudden, you're looking around and people are making it and they're missing it. It was incredible.
You know what they should do, boys? They should make this more dangerous and daring, right? For every round that goes by, there's like an obstacle that gets put on the lane, right? Like
Sounds like one of your Dude Perfect videos.
Sure.
Right? Are you doing any more of those Dude Perfect, or can you not talk about that? I don't know how that works.
Let's say in a hypothetical world,
yes.
Okay, Gary, that there was hypothetical Jason talking to hypothetical Dude Perfect.
Yeah.
There would be a hypothetical Dude Perfect and Belmo Part 2 that would be coming
Conversation
out.
happening.
Yeah, the conversations would be essentially happening in this hypothetical situations already. And perhaps a city was looking to host us in this hypothetical situation.
A hypothetical situation, maybe back home or here in the States?
Well, hypothetically, it could be either.
Hypothetically, correct.
Or it could even be both, I suppose.
Yeah. That would be a trick shot in itself. All right? Throw one shot from here and get a strike down there.
Into the plane.
Yeah.
Into the plane.
Into a cab.
And that goes, into a cab.
That drives to Orange.
That would be awesome. You could pull it off. No, that's what we're talking about. That one guy is Jason's buddy. That's his pick, Tony. Yeah.
Tony's gonna win this.
And I've got Nick Duplan in it. Doan has not been so bold to make a pick. So
I'm just sitting here enjoying it. These guys are putting an exhibition of striking on. Look at that.
Dead flush every shot. Just. It's like they bowl for a living.
Yeah.
And then now they go home and they work their butts off the whole rest of the year so they can come and enjoy this event. So earlier when we first came on, we talked briefly about this bowling center, which I'm very familiar with, and their remodel. They did this really cool remodel, and so they've got new furniture and they've got new masking units, which is the Las Vegas skyline, which you guys can see at home in the background. And the staff, Mr. Kaufman and his whole team, Daryl, and just the whole team, are amazing hosts for every event that I've ever been at this bowling center, the Orleans. They do an outstanding job. And then on top of it, Jamie's team for the TAT is unbelievable. So this whole event always goes off fantastically, like without a hitch, and it's a really fun, pleasant week. And if you've never bowled the TAT, there are different divisions and competitions that allow you to compete at whatever level bowler you are. So you don't have to be a Jason Belmonte bowler to bowl this event. You can just have a good time bowling, and there's a division for you, I guess is what I'm saying. Kind of a division for everyone. and an opportunity for you to make some money. There's a lot of money being given away and awarded through this event. So bowl the TAT. That's what I'm saying. Come bowl the TAT. Just the horseshoe.
Straight through the face, 7-pin. That guy leaves more 7-pins than anyone else in the world. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you, I think Tony is just, I think he's thinking it's time for bed. And
Maybe he needs a Starbucks.
He wants a cup of coffee.
He needs
Yeah,
a
I think he
Starbucks.
wants some coffee. I'm
going to start yelling at him in a minute if he doesn't get his act together. This is unlike Tony to miss the head pin, miss the pocket this many times.
Don't we have trade show season coming up?
Yes.
And you and I, you're one of my favorite travel mates for when we just do events, because we always talk about these crazy ideas that we think we could pull off and
we
stuff
stop
like
by
that.
Portillo's.
And we stop by Portillo's if we're in Chicago. And Jason, do you have any plans on doing any of the U.S. distributor trade shows? I know you just did our big one with Bowl Expo. Were you on the schedule for any of these upcoming events?
No, I wasn't on the schedule. Unfortunately, my schedule for the next few months is pretty jam-packed as it is. But if that changes, then just like everything else, I will let you know and make an appearance.
Well, you do a great job working events. You know, I've had a chance to work with quite a few professionals, Jason, and your work ethic is phenomenal. I mean,
I know our friends at Castle Lanes still want me to come over there and do an event. We've got to make that happen at some point. I don't know when. So the guys over there at Castle Lanes, we have not forgotten about you. It's just been really difficult to find a really appropriate time with all the scheduling.
I'm sure whenever you can make time, they'd love to have you.
Yeah, well, we'll work it out.
Here goes Tony. What's in his bag of tricks on this shot? I say he just dead flush this one.
Yeah. His next move is he's going to roll the head pin forward.
Dead flush.
There it was.
Stone 8.
Stone 8. That's his game plan. Just Stone 8, flat 7, through the face 7 pins. That's his game plan.
He's so calm walking back.
$5,000.
Yeah.
He's tired. Jason said he's tired.
No, he's tired. He's
He's
dead
old
tired.
and tired to win this thing and go take a nap.
You know, Gary, you mentioned about the TAT earlier.
I did.
Is the TAT running some local events or some tournaments, some little?
Yeah, we started doing these. So Jamie, this is Jamie's idea to do this. So he called us at Storm because we're the proud sponsor, of course, of the TAT. And he said, I want to do these regional events in cities that we don't normally get to go to, so that in between the two very large events here, which take place now, 4th of July, and also around the time of the Super Bowl, those are the two really big events. So we're doing these satellite regional events, Storm's participating, and we talked about the ones earlier. Jason even held up the flyers, but the next one is in November 10th through the 12th, and that's at the Meadows Casino around Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So Pittsburgh, PA is, and that one, it says 5,000 guaranteed. Now, Ed, who does all of the, he's our tournament, I don't know, what do you call him? He's our anchorman of this tournament at the TAT.
Tournament official.
He's our tournament official who does all the announcements. You can hear his voice in the background. He and I were talking that with the popularity of bowling in that part of the country, we believe that event will pay like $10,000. That's what we think.
Nice.
Now we're probably being a little optimistic, but we do believe that it's going to be a huge event.
Gary, I used to call in that area, and they'd have little weekend sweepers, and you could realistically bowl every weekend and go someplace and bowl for money. And so the bowling's very competitive in that area.
Yep.
And I think the TAT's is a perfect fit for that area.
So we've got 3 bowlers left down here, fellas. 1 just exited, so it's 3 looking for 2 spots.
Tony. Yep, there we go. Just Niner strike every time. Jason, the last time you and I had a meal together, you were explaining the difference in soda consumption in the U.S. versus Australia. You were telling me
the size of cups.
Yeah, can you tell our fans, the Storm Nation, because I found that to be kind of entertaining story.
The best way to understand it is in Oz, a large if you were to buy a large drink, it would be the size in between your small and medium. So your mediums
Are bigger than.
are larger than our large,
Yeah.
and nothing is refilled. Everything is and it's expensive. So if you go to a restaurant and you buy you have a Diet Coke with your meal, it's $4 or $5 for the Diet Coke. If
And
you
it's-
ask for another one, that's $4 or $5 again on top of that. You ask for another one, it's $4 or $5 on top of that. So over here, it baffles me
Yeah. That's
when I look left and I take a drink and I drink half of my Diet Coke, and then I talk to my friends to my right and I look back and it's full again.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to pay for that. That's what my first thoughts were. No, I'm good with just one drink. No, it's free refills forever. Forever.
For as long as you can drink them.
I'm like, oh my goodness. The cinema is where I'm really, like,
Amazed.
that is,
Amazing.
it's actually, I think, kind of ridiculous. Where
Yeah.
You mean the portable trough they bring you?
So I asked for a medium popcorn, medium drink, right? I asked for it back home. Tony Murray just strikes. Medium popcorn, medium drink. Here they gave me a bucket of popcorn and a well of Diet Coke. And I'm like, no, I didn't ask for the jumbo. I asked for the medium. They go, no, this is the medium. So then I asked them to show me what the large was. Oh my, you got to share it. No one would eat that on their own. It's just impossible.
You know, Gary, that tells you that Jason has not gone in the movies with you and I.
I do. I also am. I don't get to go to the movies much, but Barrett and I will go. If the new Cars 3 movie's out, so I want to take him this next week when he comes home from his trip to California and I'm home from Vegas, and I am also amazed at the size of. Who can eat that
Barrett
much popcorn?
could sit in the bucket of popcorn and fit, and then you could close the lid, and he'd still be in there.
He's still in the bucket. These guys are never gonna not. Oh! Nope, he's got. There's 7.
We have our 2 finalists in the handicap.
Wow,
There we
talk
go.
about the commentator curse.
Yeah, sorry.
These guys are never gonna miss. Oh, they
Sorry.
missed. All right, so we have our 4 bowlers.
Now
I
it gets
don't know
exciting.
all of their names, but I know Tony Murray from Australia has survived.
Now,
So no doubt our viewership is going to just skyrocket in Australia. All the guys back home are going to be tuning in watching Tony,
yeah.
especially once I start texting everyone.
So, Jason, our producer, Tavio, he just said that the camera's back on us for a minute.
Sure.
Okay, and so this is what we're playing for right here. This and $5,000.
That and
That's
5,000 USD, right?
Yes.
US dollars.
Now,
Yeah.
something interesting in this. Now the players are going to go over, and they have to they have to throw strikes now. It's no longer a 9 or better. They have to get 3 strikes on the 5 lanes right in front of where we're sitting. So starting on 17 through 21, they have to strike at this point.
Okay.
And
So
so
let's-
9 doesn't count anymore at all. So
Congratulations,
way to
Tony.
go, Tony.
I'd give you a fist bump, but you've got, I know you get dropping that. All right. You've pulled a muscle between your legs? Tony, now is not the time to start worrying about your injuries. All right? You need to get out there. You've
Get
got
the job done.
22 million Australians who don't care so much. But there is one Australian watching right now for sure. And it's me. And I'm watching and I'm cheering for you. Yep. I've told them all. I've told them all that you're never not going to miss the pocket again. That's what you're going to do. So that's Tony. That's
He's
Tony Murray,
great.
everyone.
That's your guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Funny guy. I like that he's color coordinated himself really well tonight.
It's very beige.
Everything is beige.
Yes.
Shoes beige, socks are black. Okay, then shorts are beige, shirt is beige.
His hair is a little
silvery
beige with gray. Yeah, silver.
Skin
Silver's
color
better.
beige.
Like say legs beige
Legs
with
beige.
a little black tint.
So now I guess what are they? They're going to draw lanes, or they just start?
Yeah, they're going to fill out their bios for us so that we can give them some shout outs to their home town and where they bowl and all
Right.
that good stuff.
I can do Tony's for you. No
Yeah,
worries.
you've got
Sydney,
Tony
Australia.
down.
Sydney Oz.
Bowls at the Sydney Opry House.
Actually, I don't know where he bowls league. Tony, where do you bowl league? Do you bowl league anymore?
I haven't bowled league for 12 years.
12 years, that's it?
And well, here's the other question. I said you'd been there from the beginning. How many years have you been at the Orange Open as a tournament director?
1 year in 30 because I was overseas.
Not good enough, Tony. You missed 1 year. Not good enough.
How about changed it up?
Was it my dad's fault, was it? That wouldn't surprise me. So I've been trying to explain to the people at home watching and the guys here in the booth how long we've known each other for. Tony's drawing his lane position now.
Yep.
So $5,000 US, and it's no more nines. Now it's strikes.
They have to get strikes, and they have
Still
the
using
5
a Storm
lanes.
bowling ball,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Yep,
Yeah.
Storm.
Earlier-
yeah, so the
earlier
ball's
tonight-
being used.
Earlier tonight, Don, I didn't know the rules, right? And I made a comment saying, guys, there is so many Storm bowling balls going down the lanes right now. It's ridiculous. I'm seeing nothing but Storm. And then I went, do they have to use a Storm bowling ball? Yeah, you do. I'm like, well, that makes sense.
When do you want me to start and explain the finals? Are you guys ready? Do you want to take a
Now.
minute to talk about it? I know you don't want to take a minute. We're all ready.
We're ready to go.
Explaining it now.
Okay.
So
Good.
we don't have that other handheld mic. Don't worry about it.
Stuttgart, Germany.
Stuttgart, Germany.
Tony
Yeah.
claims he taught Belmont how to bowl.
Yeah.
It's not claimed. It's true.
Okay, guys,
He
we're
advised him not to
underway.
go
We're
too
going to
hands.
live stream now for
Hey,
the
can we get the
finals.
prize-
Those of you that want to
prize
see
fund?
it. First off,
Pri-
I want to congratulate everybody who bowled and made the finals from the 35 pairs. Congratulations to our champions. Each and every one of you deserve a round of applause for making it off the pairs. You are all getting a check.
Okay. Jamie, our tournament director, the guy who owns the TAT, he just explained that you're bowling for 5,000 is first place, second, third, and fourth is 1,000.
Okay, so everyone here is guaranteed at least 1,000.
1,000.
And the winner,
$5 grand.
$5,000. Now, am I right in the assumption that if they all get nines and no one strikes, no one wins the 5,000?
Ed's explaining it. Here, let's see.
I am going to call them up individually, and they are going to throw 5 shots from lanes 17 through 21, and they must have 3 natural strikes to take home $5,000. If more than one of them do this, they will go to a 1-ball best ball roll-off for $5,000.
What's the most you've ever bowled for in one shot, Gary? One shot.
I think it was like this week. I thought I had an outside chance to beat Tim in our dinner bet.
Yeah.
And but I didn't.
You didn't.
So
Was it is it
dinner.
an expensive dinner meal or was
Yeah,
it like?
we're gonna have a good dinner meal.
Okay, so that's what, $50, $60?
Yeah, we're gonna go all out. We're going to like Applebee's or something.
All right, so like $13.
$13. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
We'll get you a
Yeah.
chance at $5,000.
All right, so here are our finalists. We'll go Johann Nietzsche from Stuttgart, Germany. Looks like he's going to be taking the lanes. You were right. He is from Germany.
Yeah.
I was thinking.
I
he
heard
was
Timmy
not.
say it.
Timmy was right. Does Timmy know everyone on the planet that's involved in bowling?
Timmy's
somewhere?
memory of
People?
bowlers in general is
Amazing.
phenomenal. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm very good with faces, and names are, it's not very good. I'm not very good, and I try to remember. I usually repeat their name back to them to try and jog and no, I'm really bad. But, you meet a lot of people, but Timmy meets a lot of people. He remembers everyone.
Yeah, he's great.
So here we go. We've got Johan, first shot, lane 17.
A little left.
Okay, so 7.
So no big deal.
That's okay.
Just
He's
move
got-
on, warm up.
Now
Good
he
to
needs
go.
to strike 75% of the time.
Yep,
of what's
3
left.
of the next 4 shots.
I mean, it's not easy being the first cabbie off the rank. Everyone over here gets to just kind of kind of compose themselves a little bit, and he's straight, the first guy
he's
out
straight
there,
in.
straight
Yeah.
into it. He's setting the bar up.
However, if you're the one, don't you feel like if you get those 3, you put a little heat on them? The other guys now know you; they have to get to the 3.
Yeah, that is not an unfair thing to say. You might be right in that, but there's also the fear of being up first and going out first.
Yes.
You don't like to be the first one out either.
First out, yeah. Andres Gomez.
Andres Gomez in the house.
Oh,
Another legend
my
here.
favorite
In the booth.
Colombian, not second or third, probably.
Okay,
Rocio's
not
my
Johan's
favorite.
best 2 shots. He's gone through the face, leaving the, what did he leave? The 6, 7, 10. Now he's left the washout with the 8-pin back there. So averaging 6 on his first shot in a
He's gonna have to step it
must-strike event. I don't think that's so good. But now, if there's ever a time to roll a turkey,
This is time
Johan's
to do it.
thinking right now. Right now. I don't know
Anyone
what the
in the
German
chat?
word for turkey is, but he's thinking turkey in German.
Concrete Kid, did Nick Duplan make the Final 4? Yes. Any predictions?
Who will win?
Yes.
a little
we
better.
both.
Oh,
Man, that was a great
ring
pitch.
That was a
All
great
right,
shot.
good shot. $1,000 winner.
I mean, $1,000 for, getting some strikes and some 9s.
It's good.
And
Yeah.
It's a good payout.
I think
There's
it's
a lot of
okay.
payout. Here is my pick to win it all. Nick Duplan.
I'm not happy with this lane draw. Tony's an older man. He's getting colder by the minute. The bones are getting stiff. This is not fair. This is rigged.
This is rigged.
I'm only kidding. I wouldn't suggest that this is actually rigged.
Oh.
Oh. All right. At least he's hitting the pocket. So
Wow.
he's got a chance here. I love that they've gone to these pairs blind, right? There's no practice on
Yes.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
They're just going right into
They're
it.
just straight into it. First shot, not one warm-up shot anyway. They've just said, we're starting.
Yeah.
Away you go.
It's a good opening shot by Nick after waiting a little bit and having a big crowd behind him. We have a really nice crowd in the bowling center right now watching, so. Oh.
Okay, that's one. That's one.
Jason, do you know the great Steve Cook?
Yeah. Everyone knows Steve.
Yeah, everyone knows the great Steve Cook. He owns a bowling center. That's where Nicholas is from.
Okay.
Sacramento, California.
That's cool.
Steve Cook's Fireside Lanes. Yep. Where our good buddy Caleb Nakata, who is just here bowling nationals on our team and our little squad, he owns the pro shop there. Yep. So Nick is involved in the pro shop a little bit. He helps the kids, the junior kids. He was a good junior bowler, obviously. Now he gives back by helping other kids get better at bowling. Yeah, Nicholas.
He's a nice young man.
He's a good kid.
Yes, he is.
He can bowl a little bit too, don't you think?
Yeah, he's got the roll on the ball is actually really heavy, so I can see why he would strike a lot. I've just been informed.
This
Just in, hot off the presses.
by
Andres Gomez has given me the hot tip. Not fake news. Nick is wearing the Andres Gomez jersey in different colors. How about
He is.
that?
Oh, there's
Ooh.
3. That a pepper. That a
So-
boy, Nick.
Jason, what kind of experience or memories do you have bowling the Mega Bucks back in the day?
Yeah, I have them all. I have the good. I have the bad. What we were saying earlier. In this environment out here, you really need 2 things. You need a little extra money in your pocket to keep entering when things aren't going great.
Yep.
And you need a short-term memory. You cannot remember the bad. You just got to keep thinking positively. Keep thinking that this next shot is going to be the one that turns it all around. And how appropriate that it's in Vegas, right, where that next spin on the poker machine could be the jackpot spin. It really is very similar to in bowling. The next squad, everything can just feel right, match up. You make the cut, and then from there you win the tournament.
Our bowler up now from Slidell, Louisiana, Danielle Keller, and he is a funny guy. Watch, he doesn't set his feet; he just goes from here.
And what did you say his name was?
Daniel.
Okay.
Yeah. What did I say, Danielle?
I think you said something different than Daniel.
Danielle.
I think you said Danielle.
No, from Slidell, Louisiana.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have to go back and check the tape.
Yeah, well, let's go check the
But
tape.
2 for 2. He's really given himself a good chance now to. There should have been a bonus that if you got all 5.
Yeah, you get like 50,000. Big bonus.
I mean, sure. I'll stop bowling the tour.
Just come.
Let me bowl this thing right now. 5 strikes for 50,000. Yeah, I'll take that.
Jason, you got a question on here. Young individual here would like to know what your rev rate is.
I'll tell you in a second.
Wow.
1, 2, 3. I'm done. Got my 3.
Before we go to that,
Give me
out
some
of the
of that.
handicap division, out of
Congratulations.
Sydney, Australia,
Boom.
and I gotta
Boom.
tell you, this guy's giving me some great stories.
Now here's your pick. He's made it to the final four.
Tony's got this.
Jason Belmonte how to bowl, and told him he wouldn't amount to much with 1 or 2 hands, and he should be a one-hander, is Tony Murray.
Yeah, Tony. Don, what was your answer? What was your question? Sorry? Your question from earlier? You asked one. I didn't want to miss it.
Yes, a young man on here wants to know what your rev rate is.
It varies depending on what I'm trying to do.
He asked the question appropriately. He said normally. So
Normally.
knowing that you do adjust it, he's just saying in general.
I'm going to say 550 to 575 is normal.
Pet kangaroo. Come on, Tony. Let's see what you got here. Let's do this. He's been in the pocket almost all evening.
He's tired, I'm telling you
He's
right
tired.
now. That's his warm-up one. He always needs one warm-up shot,
Yeah.
Tony. Just one. He knows it. He's not even worried. He's like, I got these next 3. Actually, my prediction is he doesn't strike in this one. He's still warming up.
And then he goes the next 3.
Then he goes bang, bang, bang.
Yeah. And then we have 3 in the roll-off for 5,000. That'd be pretty exciting.
Very much so. Another young bowler in here wants to know what type of surface you use on your high roads.
On my high road? You know what? I don't really roll the high road anymore. We have some really good stuff that's out at the moment. Leaning more towards the timelesses these days than the high roads.
Look at
there's
that
one.
shot.
There's one, Tony. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi.
Hey, Don, I have a question. How do you know that the questions coming in, you say this young man, how do you know they're young or a man or whatever? How do you know this, Don?
Well,
What if their
did
username
Anders
was?
tell you?
What if their username was young man?
Bowler?
Yeah, young man bowler.
Yeah.
Then you would know.
I was just curious.
just by some of their screen names.
Okay. You're just taking a guess.
Yeah.
Do you watch Prodigy Bowlers Tour? What's Prodigy Bowlers Tour? What is that?
I'm not
Is that a
familiar with
youth
it.
tour? Is that PBA All-Star? Is that a youth tour? Should we know about it? I would like to watch it.
Oh,
if
Tony,
it's-
that's aced. That
Look
was
at that.
that was aced off his hand.
Do you have an event in Ohio tomorrow?
I do. I'm bowling the Proprietors Cup.
Oh, very nice. That's in Dayton, correct?
Yeah. Dayton, Ohio, flying there. Tommy Jones is coming to pick me up. Seeing as my usual chauffeur, William O'Neill, is on a family holiday.
Where did he go?
I've given him some time off, Gary.
Where did he
He's
go?
been working hard, driving me around this year and booking my hotel rooms for me. And
He's your own personal Uber driver?
yep, he's my own personal Uber driver. It's fantastic. So I gave him a week off.
Come on, Tony.
Carry,
Hit it.
roll it.
Oh.
One more shot.
One more.
Come on.
This is what it was meant to be. Come down to the last shot for Tony right now to stay in this tournament.
That was good. I like that shot, too.
Okay, we're down to Tony to strike to be in this mix. Good luck, Tony.
Well, Don, you can answer that very easily for Don, who's coming back from 15-year layoff in bowling. He's missed a lot of the equipment. He has an old Gyro 1 with a pancake weight block, and so obviously I would suggest if you want to stick with a urethane minimal hook type, go with a pitch blue or pitch black kind of thing. But I would suggest
he needs to graduate to resin.
I suggest getting a bigger ball and learning the modern game.
Absolutely.
Good bowling, Tony.
He had a nice run there. He bowled well today.
All right, so this
You know, one of Jason's favorite balls, the high road would be a very good choice.
High road?
Yes.
Yeah, but it would be one of my favorite balls of all time, but not currently. Right now, I lean more towards the timeless, more towards the phase 2s. What else am I throwing a lot of these
You throw the
days?
torrent?
I have thrown the torrent, not as much as the phase 2 and the timeless. Those are generally my go-to balls when I want to start to open up the lane a little bit. And that's not to say the high road's not a good ball. Jeez, it's still a good ball.
It's amazing, yeah.
It's just I'm gravitating towards those two other balls.
You like the dual drive weight block?
I do like the
That a
dual
pepper,
drive.
Nicholas.
So this is just straight up best ball right now.
Yeah, this is straight up. They're bowling for the $5,000. So if Daniel doesn't strike, we are in. He's done, and Nick wins. Nick will be our champion. That's high. High flush.
Oh, my goodness.
So Nick Duplan is the winner.
For 5,000 trophy.
Absolutely. Is he going to buy the flatbread tonight, Gary?
He should be buying the flatbread tonight. I would suspect. Come on, brother.
Congratulations.
Good job,
Are you buying the
Nicholas.
flatbread tonight? Are you buying the flatbread tonight? Yeah.
Did the jersey, the Andres Gomez style jersey, was there any inspiration towards the victory tonight?
Yeah, it just look cool. It just looks cool.
Good taste, bro. Good job, Nick. Good job. Trophy, sir?
Can we have Belmo give it to him with you in conjunction, both of you guys?
That was awesome. That was a really good
Yeah, and then you guys have someone take pictures?
final.
Yeah, we'll do the pictures back there.
Okay.
If you want to present the trophy, come on in.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So Jason's going to leave the
I'm gonna
booth
leave the
for a
booth.
bit and present Nicholas Duplan with his beautiful. Jamie, step your game up on trophies lately, man.
You
Just
know a
wait
guy
till you see
named
the one for the main event. It's this big.
Is it that big cup I saw? The big cup I saw? Oh, it's beautiful.
Hero.
Yeah, it's good.
Big trophy. Hey, come on up.
Doing that now?
Yeah.
Yeah, so way to go, Nicholas. Good job, buddy.
So somebody on here wants to know if, as far as Jason.
Here, put the mic back to your mouth, Don. Okay, Don, you're going to move over so you can be in camera action. Are we in the booth now, Tavia, our producer?
I don't have a camera set there.
We've got the trophy presentation. Does that come on camera? Look at these guys. Nick Duplan, Jason Belmonte, and Jamie. That's not on. Is that on? Can you talk?
You guys want to say anything? You have like a mic or anything? You just want to
Yeah, get Ed the mic. Ed has the mic.
Nick throws the ball excellent.
There you go. I can hear you again. Nicholas is a fantastic bowler. And you know something about Nick that he's just a super good athlete. He's got very good hand-eye coordination. And he was a fantastic baseball player with his dad coached. And he was a great pitcher. And then he really gravitated toward bowling. And that's where we met him, obviously. And so he was part of the youth program Leanne was part of back home in California. So he's one of our youth bowlers. And I was just saying how now he hangs out and helps the kids So it's kind of cool, like for us to see. We have some of these kids back home that Leanne and I would kind of give a little bit of time to and try to teach them and help them with the junior golds and all that stuff. And now I'm watching all those kids are all giving back to the next generation, which I think is what our sport is. I just love the way that works in our sport. I don't know. It makes me feel good because I know that he'll go home and he'll teach one of the younger kids something, and I think that's cool. I love it.
That is.
He's a good boy. He has a good family. His whole family was here hanging out. Tony, his sister, is a really great bowler. Amanda, she goes to Grandview in Des Moines.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
with Mel.
And that's Melody's program, isn't
yeah.
it? She's an excellent coach.
Yeah, and they are doing great. And Amanda is loving college. And then, of course, Tony, the dad, has a fantastic business where this is a cool business. Their family business is they have a fleet of vans, and they help drive around people that have disabilities, but they need to go to their work programs and their things like that. Are you cutting me off? Is that what you're doing? Okay. Okay, so never mind. We'll finish that story later.
The important people need to talk now.
Nothing to say. This is your tournament.
Hey everyone, we had a great day at the Storm Challenge down here in Las Vegas at the TAT. Of course, our special guest here, Jason, is here to pass the trophy on to the 2017 Storm Challenge champion, Nicholas Duplon. Nicholas, great bowling today, sir. Nice job. Thank you, everybody, for coming. We'll be back on tomorrow for some more qualifying on Friday. And then, of course, our TAT finals. We give out $20,000 here on Sunday starting at 9 a.m. We'll see everybody in the morning.
All right, so now after Tabio so rudely interrupted our conversation, so that Jason can present the trophy and Jamie can present $5,000. So anyway, I just am proud of the kid. That's all I wanted to say. He gives back. He always doing nice things, and Jason is writing notes. IQ Tour was the ball of choice for Nick. Very nice for the win, the IQ Tour. Jason, you've thrown that a couple times, I imagine.
I like that ball.
Yeah, he likes it.
Yeah, I think he's had a little success with it.
I think he has success. Watching Jason bowl in person is ridiculous. He's so good.
It's amazing.
Are we done, Tabio? Tabio says we are done.
We're snipped.
Bye. So wave a goodbye. We will be back tomorrow at 11 o'clock for a qualifying round. Is going to be a full house. Then on Saturday, more qualifying. And on Sunday, tune in and watch us give away $20,000. And Jamie said he upped his game with the trophies, and it's this big, humongous crystal. He says it's like it's so beautiful. So tune in. Thank you, Storm Nation. Don't give a thumbs up, and always remember to bowl up a storm.
Good night, Nicholas. Good night, Isabella.